Let me start by welcoming all of you, distinguished senators and honorable members, and thank you for honoring this meeting called at short notice. We have a couple of days to National Convention, and we must collectively ensure the success of the event. As you all know, the National Convention of our party, which we have committed, is holding on the 26th March 2022. And we cannot afford to do anything that will jeopardize the chances of the party in the 2023 general elections. The limited time frame of the INEC timetable does not permit us any room for delay or further squabbling. We must therefore, in the light of this reality, consistently keep our eyes on the ball and refuse any distraction. A critical segment of our national democratic process is the National Assembly. Excuse me. Being representatives of our people from all over the country, the National Assembly, especially the Ninth Assembly, has exhibited commitment to a peaceful, democratic process in its conduct and uttermost maturity in its relationship with other arms of government. I commend you, the leadership, for this success. Thank you very much. Distinguished senators and honorable members, we have an obligation to conduct the upcoming convention in a manner that not only fortifies the unity of our party, but also improves the prospects of our electoral fortunes in the 2023 general elections. We have an important role to play in ensuring that this happens. A zoning template was produced and adopted by the party after wide consultation in order to ensure that the leadership of our party is reflective of our diversity in unity while representing our collective various dynamic interests. It is imperative that we adhere to that template. The time available to us is limited, and I therefore enjoin you to collaborate with the various stakeholders within and outside your respective states and zones to agree to work together and harmoniously in electing into the allotted positions appropriately as stipulated in the provided template. This will not only produce a smooth process and limit friction, but will enhance the image of the party positively and strengthen our overall position of dominance in the political space. Yesterday, I met with the governors and the party national chairmanship aspirants, mainly to reiterate the need to ensure that we go into the convention with a united front. It is the same reason why I invited you today. We should all do our part to ensure the success of this convention. This will fortify us for the campaign ahead of us. I thank you most sincerely, and I count on the support and the understanding of all the distinguished senators and honorable members. May God bless our great party. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you very much.
Malam Garba Shehu, gentlemen of the press, this is not what we are used to in the legislature, but now that we are confronted with this question of what we have discussed with Mr. President. Mr. President, our leader of the party, the All Progressives Congress in the country and beyond, invited the officers of the APC to hold today's meeting with us. Mr. President emphasized the need for us in the APC to be united, always act as a family, ensure that we remain focused. We have the leadership of Nigeria today at the national level, and of course we have many states, about 22 states under the leadership of the APC governors, actually 22.5. We have half a state in Anambra where we have, no, it's gone already. But we have 22 states and control the federal government. That requires that APC as a political party remains very focused, energetic, and purposeful as it has always been, and ensure that we maintain the trajectory of development for our country, because that is the trust Nigerians gave us in 2015 and renewed that in 2019. Mr. President also emphasized the need for us to ensure that we have a successful convention on the 26th of this month, March. This convention, by way of emphasis, is a very important convention for us in APC, and by the grace of God, through our processes and procedures at different levels of the party, the convention would be a very successful one, very peaceful one. We hope that we would have achieved so much consensus in selecting and electing the officers for this party, so that when we go into the convention, most of the officers should be for affirmation or confirmation. It is very important to also emphasize here that the 9th National Assembly has been a very stable National Assembly, has been a very productive National Assembly, and we have remained very united in the two chambers as APC senators and members of the House of Representatives, and we have remained in very good partnership with our other political friends who are in different political parties. We have the PDP and of course ABGA in the Senate, and I believe that they have even more minority parties in the House of Representatives. But our friends, our colleagues in the PDP, for example, have worked with us to ensure that the national interest is always supreme in our consideration. And we thank God that today, by the grace of God, the 9th National Assembly has done so much in the area of legislation. We have achieved so many firsts in the area of legislation and broke so many jinxes, passed legislations that defied passage. And by the grace of God, Mr. President has assented to almost all those bills, all those legislations that mattered for the development of this country. Finally, I want to say that this meeting with Mr. President has given us more energy. We believe that there is a father, at least in our party, there is a president who will ensure that once there are disagreements, he is able to call everybody to order and to ensure that the family continues to remain united. And that is what we have been able to achieve over the years. Well, I don't want to be very partisan, but of course, when you have a father in a family and a mother, then you are likely to have a very stable family. And when you have only one or none, in a family, you are not likely to be successful. The family is likely to be disunited, and that is what other political parties probably are facing. And I want to add here, finally, to say that we are committed to ensuring that this political party does not only have a successful convention, but a very successful, peaceful, and self-electioneering campaigns during the 2022-2023 general campaigns, and the general elections, by the grace of God, will see Nigerians voting once again for APC, because we have so far done so much in the areas that matter for the people of this country. But that is not to say that we are not facing some challenges. We are, but we are squaring up to ensure that we deal with those challenges. Thank you very much.
I have very little to add to what the Senate President has said, except that this meeting was a productive one. As many of you are aware, the President in the last couple of days has been having a meeting with stakeholders towards the convention that's coming up on Saturday. And the whole idea is to encourage all stakeholders to unite, present a common front, and have a peaceful, rancor-free, successful convention. That's what that meeting was about, the long and short of it. And to make sure that everybody's on the same page in terms of be united and in terms of candidates. And like we all know that in conventions such as this, where you have almost 5,000 delegates and many more, you have to be well organized. You have to be free. You have to be fair to everybody, and that's what he charged us with, like any leader would. And we have a couple more days. People are coming in from all the states of the Federation. Abuja is going to be agog with activities, with excitement, with electricity. And in all of that pomp and pageantry, we must make sure that what we come out of on Sunday morning, so to speak, is a happy, united party. And that's what this meeting was about. And we're all ready. We're charged. We're ready to go. Thank you.
I think that question should be put to us, because we are not the party. But because you have asked and we are in your territory, we will make some effort to say something to it. The essence of these engagements is for the party to achieve consensus. And consensus is a process. It doesn't just happen like that. So I believe that before we go into the convention square on Saturday, by the grace of God, you would have a lot of consensus reached, and maybe the sort of document that we call, or we refer to as unity list, that is bringing all the agreed positions where consensus have been achieved in the various sections or geopolitical zones of the country. Only yesterday we had our meeting of the Northeast, and we've achieved consensus, and I believe that the Saudi and other zones are either about to conclude or will conclude before the end of tomorrow, Friday. But by Saturday, I think the answers will all be there for everybody to see. So the issue of why allow other people to buy forms, I think democracy does not prevent anybody from buying forms. What democracy does is to provide the opportunity for everyone having some guiding principles. If a position is zoned until a consensus is reached, everybody who feels he or she has something to offer can go and buy the form and also throw his or her hat into the ring. Thank you very much.